How'd your AG or attention getting? Yeah, it's not Agatha Gunther. It's not Arobi Garrison. It's attention getting. So, public speaking, that's just it. There are two elements. That's just it. When I say that, AG is that's it. There are two elements of attention getting, maybe a third one in writing. Let me illustrate. First one is it's got to be emotional. People sell intellectually, but they buy emotionally. You got to buy their attention. So it's got to be about them. Possibly a bit negative. You decide that. Then two is it's got to be confusing. It's got to be vernacular, term lingo that you know that they don't know, that you can teach them from. So how's your AG? Well, probably not the best attention getter, but it has you or your, so that's emotion. Could be probably more emotional. And AG, what in the criminy does that stand for? So people don't know that. So, and then the third element in writing, I like to call it chase heads. When you're in a speaking forum, you don't need this because the heads of your audience are already chased with the first two. But in writing, people don't see you; they hear you through your writing. So you've got to chase heads. You've got to make people glance and stare at what you write. People are busy; they don't have time to glance and then look back. But if you say something to the fact that, hey, you, yes, even you who glanced over this needs to look, or something to that effect, then hopefully that will do the job. So after your attention getter, you want a rhetorical question. Your rhetorical question makes the audience think, and just like Socrates said, an unexamined life is a life not worth living. So you want to have the audience examine their lives. Then after that, you want credibility. Why are you talking to your audience? Why should your audience listen to you? An example of that is Shawn Achor, positive psychologist, said the best research is experience. And I have 37, almost 38 years of experience. Very unique experience for two reasons. One is when you grow up the way I do, the reputation is you can't inspire. You can inspire people maybe secondhand, but directly you can't really inspire people. You can't lead them or influence them. And I've been blessed because even though I grew up that way and I have that reputation, I can inspire and convince you the way people who grew up with my background can't. So I know I can, and I know you guys will take something from that. That's powerful, unique experience. So I've given you attention getter, rhetorical question, credibility, then probably a story after. Good story, makes you cry, makes you laugh. If you watch Story Trek or Random Acts of Kindness, that makes you cry. That's an example. If you watch The Office, it makes you laugh. If you can combine the two somehow in this story, that's gravy. And then your startling statement, startling statistic. I don't have a startling statement off the top of my head, but the startling statistic is that if you watch 3 minutes of negative TV, there's a 27% chance 6 to 8 hours later you'll have a worse day. Boom! Booyah! And that's pretty startling. Whoa! That's startling. Okay, that's kind of dumb. Maybe not though. Maybe you guys are laughing. I'm gonna assume you are. So anyway, yeah, that's great. And then you want to, after your attention getter, after rhetorical question, after credibility, after story, after startling statement and statistic, you want to challenge them. A challenge is great. That's their takeaway. If they don't have a takeaway, I mean, you don't necessarily have to challenge them, and they still can take away stuff, of course. But if you can challenge them and they really like your talk, they'll accept this challenge, I believe, and they're always better because of it. I wouldn't say always, that's superlative, but mostly they're better if they can accept that challenge. So with public talk, there is always a problem and always a solution. For example, my last talk, I believe I spoke on love. The problem is why people don't love as much as they do. The solution is just like Mother Teresa said, if you judge people, there is no room to love. And if you have too much tremors, you can't love. Sorry about my tremors. But, yeah, so I use that in my version, and if you have too much shame, of course everybody has shame, but if you work it out, then you decrease it, and if you don't, you increase it. So if you have shame, if you have secrets, silence, or judgment, there's no room to love. So a happy person is happier without lots of shame. Let me put it to you this way. A happy person who decreases their shame is much happier than a happy person without let me rewind. Okay, that was kind of dumb too. I'm not sure what was funny with that or my ooh, but anyway, let me rewind that. Mother Teresa said, if you judge, there's no room to love. And my version of that is, if you have shame, there's no room to love. If you have silence, secrecy, or judgment, there's no room to love. So people are happy, but people who decrease their shame are even happier than happy people. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm still trying to get my eye thing down. I think I've looked at you. Here's my flashy smile. That's great. No food in the teeth. I don't think even Elvis smile. Pretty balanced smile. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or Quasimodos, please let me know. I'm doing a video every other day, so I'll talk to you soon.